Here I'm with
Miki from ArtSect.
and
Marcus from Crypto Mondays and InfinityID.
so who's going first?
Go on.
Go right in, mate. Go right in.
Can I?
Yeah, go on.
If you could go back in time and tell your younger self one thing about Bitcoin, what would it be?
Interesting questions.
The obvious would be go back and stick all the cash in it. But I think a better answer would be just to make sure to have a wider strategy on all the developments around like legal, tech, business, and just make sure we're positioning ourselves in the most like long-term way to make all that extra cash that we should have put in at the start.
I mean, I ask this question all the time, like, what can I change back in time, right? That's like the age-old question of like, if I could do this, then I could do that if I went back in time and did this, right? But like, I look at time like as linear because we're always going forward because you have to look forward in time as well. So I look at like things like Bitcoin, like if you should have invested that time or invested that time, but you just got to look at for the now as well. Because like even for the now, like if I could go back in time, I would just like invest. I'm not gonna. I'll just put all my money in Bitcoin and I'll be like, yeah, I'm holding for life, innit? Because that's what I believe in, innit? But if like generally if I'm speaking, then obviously I would like try to build. So like I'm from like a dev background, so I'm trying to like build like solve problems, and I think like Bitcoin is like a solution solver for like financial crisis. Just like they were saying earlier with the financial crisis, where it came about in the financial crisis. But at the same time, it's like I'm trying to figure out like where I would be at that time period as well. So like maybe even like trying to invest in like my mind state more so as well in that time period as well. But yeah, Bitcoin would be my main priority as well. But like how to even like teach people around my community about Bitcoin. If I would go back in time, I would teach people in the community about Bitcoin as well. There's not a lot of teachers back in those days as well, like 10 years ago, for instance as well.
Big deep, Marcus. So it's a good time.
Let me just, wait, hold on now. I thought there was only one more question. When did you first hear about Bitcoin and what got you interested in it? So I can be brutally honest, like people talk about like the Silk Road thing of like the dark web as well. And like I was speaking to someone today, I think it was Judah even like I was speaking to about, but I was talking about like someone about like when I really learned about Bitcoin. So it was really in the Silk Road thing that I learned about Bitcoin. So it was only around like me being in like the dark web scene, but like, I felt like I realized the potential of Bitcoin for like even like the financial crash, and like I always knew about Bitcoin, but I never really tried to invest as much as my money in Bitcoin because I was so young at that time as well. So it was like around like trying to understand like how to really invest and educate myself into like Bitcoin and like how Bitcoin can be the future, and like to educate other people in this around the space as well, or around my community as well. But yeah.
Okay, Miki.
Yeah, we do look very Silk Road, don't we? But this is not true for me. Actually, never had any involvement with Silk Road. I was friends with a quite famous Twitch streamer, Tea with Milk and Sugar, who does his CSGO, Counter-Strike gaming, and he showed me really early, like crazy early, I think it was 2013, 14, and he was like, look at this Bitcoin thing, and I was just like, that's ridiculous, like everything you do, you're streaming, doesn't make sense, Bitcoin doesn't make sense, and then over like 3 or 4 years, he started to show me applications and the financial value. So really, and I was a marketer, so I was watching him do his Twitch streaming, and it really seemed like a new part of the attention economy to me. So I was aware of the Silk Road things, and then these influencers kind of, and the gaming economy and the betting, and then seeing this new emergence of metaverse, attention economy, and predicting, I suppose, Elon Musk tweeting and all these coins going up.
Dogecoin, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll get involved with this new internet world.
Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Marcus.
Thank you, bro.